Time to start the garage. So we have all this stuff in here, and it's so hard to move. We got this, that, and the other all over everywhere, and that's what this is all about. We can't have this kind of chaos in the garage, which is our workshop, if we got a bunch of projects going on inside. So we got to take care of this mess first. Get some good lighting, get our tools set up the way we need to with the adequate amount of space, and make some room for my car so that I can actually work on it this winter as well. So first things first, we got to get some lighting in here because that'll help us with the rest of the project. We'll be putting in can lights in between the ceiling joists there, even though there's not really a ceiling. I guess that's what you would call them. We have one ceiling joist here, one ceiling joist there, and they skipped it. You can see this beam going up here. There should be a ceiling joist going that direction, making it 24 inches on center, which is standard for ceilings and rafters, if you want to call them rafters, or roof trusses. 24 inches on center, which they have for the truss, they just don't have for the joist. So our goal is to splice these guys in. I know they won't be load bearing, so we're not actually getting the full length 24 like we should be. We're just going to get 12 footers go halfway, which means somewhere here halfway I'm gonna have to put a board across so I can actually use nailers and nail them too, effectively getting us 24 inches on center. Just want to give you an update. Got some lumber, got 2x4s screwed together. These are going to be, I'm going to call them a beam, even though it's structurally not necessarily a beam. These guys are going to be doubled up. They're going to go between one of the members, the ceiling joist, and the other member, so that we can take 12-foot longs and run from the wall all the way over to the center, and we'll just splice it in to these guys. So got that made. We're gonna get these hung and then start taking measurements for the others. Hey, got the headers hung up. Cool, interesting note is that you see these little angle brackets here for splicing. I couldn't put them on both sides. For one, I didn't account for this guy, which is a vertical ridge support, so it goes all the way up to the ridge and comes down and nails on these. When I was making my mark, I was making it on the back side, and I totally missed that those nailers were even there. So I didn't want to put screw holes right where the nails are. Here, there you go, now you can see the nail. At any rate, so on this side I put the bracket on that side, and then on the flip side I put it on this side. That's so that the next one coming through is putting screws through this portion. You didn't want to like have screws run into each other by putting another one on this, but that doesn't mind because these things are ridiculously sturdy. Basically just put 4 screws in each without glue, and that's what's holding them together, and then the nailers are what's holding them up. So we're usually about 3 to 6, or three screws per side, so 4 to 6. Some of the holes I couldn't hit. At any rate, I got those here, and here. Once I put the 12 footers all the way across on either side, I'll have 6 sections that I can hang a candlelight to, and I'll probably skip 1, skip 2, or whatever. And then on the whole back half of the garage here will be completely lit. Back again, I rigged something up so that I could do some work inside with both the doors shut. Hopefully it's a little quieter for the neighbors. It's only like 7 o'clock, so saw shouldn't be that bad. But anyway, I had to get an adapter for the 2-prong, probably not the safest thing, and then run an extension cord down to my saw. But basically what I did is I clipped the corner just to give me a little bit more clearance where the wall meets up here and the roof comes down. So if I need some wiggle room, I'll have it there so that the corner is not running into the roof. And on the other end, of course, I just chopped off where I had marked, and basically I was able to set one of the ends up there and then kind of push it up to these little cross members that I have, and just pushed it right up to the line that I had made, and made a mark right where it needs cut, so that I have right about where it needs to be. And I'll get some of those screw angle brackets, screw-on angle brackets, wherever they're at. There they are. And we'll start mounting away. Of course, only one per actual board. So just because the screws can't go through, otherwise I'd have to double up like I did the center. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and hang those up. Was able to secure my can lights. So I actually went to the hardware store and they still didn't have any there on the shelf, and I've been waiting like a week. So I went back to the back where they were unloading a truck, and lo and behold, we had 2 boxes there. 12 total can lights. We got the retrofit LED lights ready to go in them. So I'm excited to get this thing underway. Let's go. Got them all up. Well, I got to put a screw in one side on one yet, but that's about it. Basically, we have our beams that we talked about going across, separating the 48-inch center existing headers, and we added another one so that we get 24-inch on center new headers. So that way, between the gap here and here, here and here, here and there, we will have the exact amount of room that we'll need to install our can light housings and go from there. So this is basically half of the garage, actually a little bit more. So I'll have lighting in the back half pretty well lit. As far as the front half is concerned, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do because we have our garage door openers, one on either side. But I'm thinking about, instead of running 24-inch on center ceiling joists all the way across and going through all that trouble, I might just make 24-inch on centers laterally instead of this direction, just between these guys. That way I get 2 more can lights on either side up towards the front, just for some extra lighting. But yeah, definitely a success tonight. Can't wait to get those guys installed, get some wires run, and then hopefully we'll be able to plug them in here before the winter.